What's up, passengers? Cruising with Chef Matt. Today I'm going to do a steakhouse favorite, a twice-baked potato. Some of you might be asking, what is a twice-baked potato? No, it's not when Mr. Potato hang out with Snoop Dogg. It's when you actually bake a potato, scoop it out, you make mash with it, and you put it back into the potato, you bake it, and it's a twice-baked potato. And I found out a little origins on the twice-baked potato. Twice-baked potatoes were first mentioned in the 1877 cookbook called Bucky Cookery. And I didn't know this, but baked potatoes are also known as a jacket potato in the UK. And baked potatoes originated in Peru. So let's get cooking. So we're going to do the twice-baked potato. We're going to do fully loaded. I already baked these potatoes. I had them in a 350-degree oven and cooked it until it's nice and soft in the inside. I sliced some scallions. I like using the bottoms as well as the tops. I have butter, the bacon, some cheddar, shredded cheddar. I'm using buttermilk. You can use sour cream. I'm just choosing to do buttermilk. I like the buttermilk mashed potato type. And I'm going to show you the next step. So I'm going to show you how to do a twice-baked potato. And it's also the way I actually make mashed potatoes in a restaurant. In some French restaurants, they might use a tammy, which is a big screen, and it gets it really smooth. So you can either use a food mill, that's what this is, or you could use something called a ricer. I chose to use a food mill today, and just no rhyme or reason. So you want to cut your potato in half, and you want to scoop it out. And guys, here's a little hack. Let's say you want to make potato skins. So make yourself mashed potatoes, and all you have to do is deep fry this and then stuff it, and then you have your potato skins like you would get in restaurants. Well, bars more like it. So what I'm going to do now is take the ricer, and as you can see, not everything's going through, so you want to rotate backwards and then go clockwise again, and that's going to get all your potato. So as you can see, it came through the food mill. There's no clumps or chunks in it. I'm going to put some buttermilk. Normally I heat this, but because of the fact that it's going to be twice baked, I don't need to do that. So I got the buttermilk in it. Put a couple pats of butter. Let's get some of that bacon in there. Let's put the cheese. And I'm going to put the scallions. And I'm going to mash this around. Let's really make this baby look loaded. Of course, we want to add some salt and pepper to this. Normally, I would use a piping bag if I was just doing plain cheese or just a regular baked potato. Doing a fully loaded one, I'm just going to spoon it in. As you can see. So I'm just going to sprinkle a little more of the cheese on top. And a couple of scallions. Now I'm going to put these back in the oven so the cheese melted and it's nice and golden brown. Today I'm sticking with Steakhouse sides. And this is one of my favorites. It's creamed spinach. I've been eating this since I was a kid. Spinach is my favorite vegetable. Practically anything that's green is my favorite vegetable. But creamed spinach has been a popular dish for thousands of years with origins in Persia. For those that don't know geography or don't know what Persia is or was, it is what is Iran. But cream spinach became popular in steakhouses because the cream balance of steak flavor. And Old Homestead in New York City began serving this dish in 1868. So let's see how this is made. So the ingredients I'm using today, and I've made this so many different ways, and no matter what restaurant you work in, chef might want you to make it one way. So this is the way I'm making it. I am using just a little tad of milk. I have heavy cream here. Just a little bit of minced garlic. I have some finely diced shallot. I am just making it with Parmesan cheese. You can use Gruyere. Nutmeg. Yes, I put nutmeg in it. It's a nightshade plant. Nutmeg gives it a nice little taste. Don't use too much of it. You don't want to overpower it with nutmeg. And usually I use frozen chopped spinach. In a lot of restaurants, they use frozen chopped spinach. But got this nice big bag of fresh baby spinach, so why not? And of course, salt and my favorite, rainbow peppercorns. So, stay tuned. Guys, while my pan's heating up, just want to remind you, if you like what you're seeing, please hit that subscribe button. I'm almost at 300 passengers, and I want to keep building. Yep. So guys, we're going to put our shallots in. Move it around. Just sweating it real quick. Put my garlic in. So I put my spinach in. It's almost wilted down. Just going to put a little salt in for now. A little bit of my rainbow peppercorns. This is just finely grinded. Little drop of milk. I'm going to add my heavy cream. Just a little to start off with. Look how beautiful that is, nice and green. And like I said, most restaurants and most places, they're using frozen chopped spinach. And that's more of a yield, because as you can see, this was a huge bag. And this is what you're getting. And I could pretty much, if this was just regular sauteed spinach, I would probably eat the whole thing by myself. But being that it's heavy, something I'm not going to do. And I'm going to add the Parmesan. I'm going to mix this all around. Now, feel free to do this in a pot. I just happen to have a nice big pan to saute this in. And this will tighten up with the cheese melting in it. And I'm going to go with the nutmeg, so about like 3 or 4 dashes. That's all you need. Just a little kiss of it. So I'm going to let this cook down a little more. All right, guys. So I got some T-bone steaks. What I like to do with my steaks, I like to take them out of the packages. I put them on a cooling rack, sheet tray underneath it. I dab it with some paper towel on both sides. So I put the salt because it draws the blood, and it gets give it a nice sear. And then I put it in the refrigerator. And what that does, it helps it dry, and it helps you get a nice sear. So I got one of the steaks working right now. So I did those beautiful crushed hashes. So what you do is you want to start that one way. Then turn it. And I'm going to finish it in a 425 degree oven and let it rest. So back to our cream spinach. As you can see, it's tightening up. Looks beautiful. And you'll see it finished plated with two other things there. A twice baked potato and a T-bone. Guys, this is a full steakhouse dinner. You have a twice baked potato. You have the cream spinach. And in this case, we'll say the star of the show, the T-bone. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this. This is something I really love cooking. I spent a couple of years in Nero Steakhouse in Caesars in Atlantic City when it was open. I love steakhouses. I enjoy going to a steakhouse. I grew up eating in Peter Luger's as a kid. Guys, I got to really dedicate this to someone that's really special to me. This person is very selfless. She's a mother. She's a wife. She works a full-time job. She has a hands full with my kid and with me as well. My wife, Samantha, who's behind the camera, she's doing all the editing and putting this together, and I wouldn't be able to do this without her, or a ton of stuff in my life I wouldn't be able to do without her. So I want to say thank you to my wife, Samantha. And guys, let's give a thumbs up, and remember, keep cruising.